let's
Nice.
watch the game now. See
Let's
what they
head
do.
in.
By the way,
So-
you called Blaeksprutter a picker. They have
I know,
a team tag.
it's a joke.
They have a team tag.
It's a joke. Yes, good stuff. I mean, Johnny still has the Spark team tag, and we know Spark is no longer a team. Rip Spark. But we seem to be running a sub on the side of Blaeksprutter.
Yep.
There's Jin coming from another different team, and I know one of Jin's teammates is playing in Disclaimer as well.
Yeah.
The opening skirmish goes well. Blaeksprutter gets a few points on the board, and only Mr. Egg is up. But then King Bob puts them 3 down and takes the zone. Now that's going to be a lead change.
Yeah, King Bug managed to push forward with only 2 players when Blaeksprutter had more, but now they have to leave. And look at that, the tripling strike going onto the zone without any hesitation on the side of Blaeksprutter. They took the zone back, and now they have a pretty good log. They got 2 down onto King Bug. If they survive the Zuka, they should get the lead, and they should get lots more points.
Yeah, this is the first set of games we're seeing after the patch, and we know several very, very good weapons got a slightly nerfed during the patch. Let's face it, they should have gotten more, but it's really interesting to see what Range Blaster, Squeezer, things like that, what they're going to deal with today. In particular, we don't see a Pencil, and Pencil has traditionally been very, very strong on this map. Slosher has been nerfed slightly as well. So that is going to affect Blaeksprutter. Like so many of these weapons, these players have been picking up these weapons over the past few months, and now we see how good we have to see how good their fundamentals are, or whether it's true that they're being carried by the weapons. King Bob finally get good control, but Blaeksprutter was at 12 points left, so lots of fights going on in mid.
Yeah, we are still fighting. Blaeksprutter not really mad that they got the penalty applied. They're back in control, and they're back forward. Mr. Egg simply going in, trading with the blaster as King Bug still trying to get in. They have to dance around the bumps right now. Blaeksprutter still in control. They don't have that much penalty left. This could be a quick KO, Dory.
Yeah, this looks rather one-sided. Actually, I'm quite surprised at how easily some of the players of King Bob seem to be going down. We have spotted a few kind of slightly careless bomb deaths. So this is quite interesting. And Blaeksprutter are just holding forward. They know what they want, and they have 3 counts left to get it. There we go.
I mean, that game was all Blaeksprutter. King Bug, they applied penalty once. That's pretty much all they did in that game. That was domination by Blaeksprutter.
That was very, very clean indeed. There were, you could see, I think King Bob maybe a little sleepy at the start. The fights were just not as clean as they wanted, not as effective, and they often traded where they should have got a pick, or allowed Blaeksprutter a pick, stuff like that. It's just a little too easy. It feels a little too easy that blaster from Mr. Egg is doing too much damage. Let's see how they wake up for Manta Maria Tower Control, which is another map with really narrow corridors. Actually, I fired up Splatoon 2 recently, and playing Manta Maria on Splatoon 2 again. Do you guys remember just how narrow the portion between that little corridor?
Oh yeah.
Behind bunker used to be? That was claustrophobic as hell. It's so much better now. My goodness.
Oh, you can fight in there. You can just throw one bomb down there and kill everything that was here. It was such a different one.
It's so good now without things like Stingray and missiles is no longer the force it used to be. But what can we look for from these guys? Tower control, a really slow moving mode. It can snowball, but so much of the initial team fights are spending 2 minutes taking control of mid. And what can we look forward? Do you think they'll change up their comps?
I mean, I feel like the Squeezer doesn't work. The new Squeezer, it's still good, but with the weapons that Blaeksprutter is bringing now, it has the opposite matchup that it had against the Heavy Edit and the Blaster, I feel like, the Range Blaster. making it like a bit rougher for the Squeezer to really establish itself, and not as worth it used to be, especially in that matchup. But
Right.
I mean, as you said, King Bob, they have Johnny, they have the experience of top level UK. It's all a matter of finding that experience of being behind and coming back. It's a matter of mentality. It's a matter of mindset to really get back into the game. It's a best of 3, so I mean, there's one more shot.
Yeah, this is match point. In fact, it's so fast. They don't have the luxury of kind of feeling out their opponents anymore. They have to find something that works. Do they change one weapon? Do they change 2? Will Johnny play shot? You know, things like that. Very interesting to think about. But here we go. It is Manta Maria, such an old classic. I really love this map. It looks so good. And here we go. The Squeezer and look.
Yeah.
Roughly the same
Squeezer's
weapons. Actually, exactly the same weapons, I think.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So
I just
double
noticed, was it
cooler.
the case? Yeah, was it the case in the previous game that double cooler on the side of Blaeksprutter?
no, I don't think so. So maybe that's probably a change. It is a very interesting. They want to play even faster than they did. Go straight in, get picks, trade out, get another cooler, repeat. And so far it's working.
I mean, on a map as wide as Manta Maria, you have opportunities to jump back in, and you really don't want to get wiped. You really want to be able to come back in there. As long as Blaeksprutter doesn't get wiped, they have huge momentum right there.
Yeah, I think they must be feeling like King Bomb must be feeling like they're suffering slightly against the amount of range that Blaeksprutter has between the edit and the range blasters. Oh, nice. Commentators.
Yeah.
There we go. Some semblance of control from King Bomb in mid now, and we'll see how good they are at just taking that time for the tower to reset and finally getting onto it. That first checkpoint can be rather tough, depending on how many angles you players rush at you from. But Jelly is really doing a good job of cleaning those up.
Yeah, Jelly has been controlling. Jelly got the wipeout onto Blaeksprutter, and now Jelly is pushing forward, getting in there. If Jelly is able to win that, that's a very strong answer by Blaeksprutter. They lost the lead, but I mean, the lead doesn't matter right now. It's all about the control with 3 minutes and a half. Both teams have gotten checkpoint 1, and all that matters is who is able to secure checkpoint number 2, which is the real checkpoint in this map.
Yes, you really don't want to go down, because once the enemy gets set up in your bunker and your corridor, that's pretty much it. The checkpoint, Blaeksprutter got like 3 more points on the tower. But that is the nature of Manta Maria fights. Gets 1 more, gets 2 more. That's not really a lead, but they don't care for that right now. They want a big push. They want to get people in. They want to get the picks they need. But both sides are cooling up. It's such a fast fight. And Jelly gets cancelled, but gets the trade.
Yeah, very, very nice trade, honestly. You keep your splash down with Tacticular when you trade that way. So Blaeksprutter still fighting to... I mean, wait, they got the lead. They got the lead by one point. Nobody cares.
Nice.
Please get ahead of that hallway. Nobody's able to really get through that hallway. And Blaeksprutter activating the strikes. They don't have that many pushing specials because of the double cooler. But now it's working. Now it finally
is working. I feel like they know that King Bomb's weakness is the lack of consistent paint. They get wiped out, and they don't even get checkpoint for that, so that might come back to bite them in the ass. Everyone, if you see the overhead, you can see King Bob just kind of trying to draw a front line in the sand rather than paint out 100%.
Yep.
And that's useful because then they can just kind of retreat and still paint for specialists on the way in, and that's something to keep track of. But there's so much yellow paint. That's what we've seen in the previous map too. King Bob just has trouble dealing with this much pain from all of them. A shooter, a long range, a fairly long range Splat lane, and now that edit outranges Squeezer. that is a big change in that Splat.
I didn't test if it outranges it, but it's more within its range and it can fight it much easier. Because it has such a high fire rate, and better strafe now. I think like it can really do pretty good. Jelly still trying to get in. Jelly has been the tip of the spear for Kingbog, doing so much right now. Kingbog are finally at that second checkpoint, looking to get in.
Yes.
Crystal showing
Crystal
the
with a
squeezer
triple.
still got it.
I hope that ends up
Okay.
on two.
Yeah. Okay, sorry I should talk squeezer, Crystal. I won't do it again.
Crystal has been improving a lot on the squeezer recently. And
Mm-hmm.
the amount they have been really grinding. Both commentary and competitive. It's so nice to see that pay off. I mean, squeezer is a fantastic weapon. It is still a fantastic weapon, despite all the people on Twitter saying that it's gutted and whatever. You know, that's simply not true. But it'll be really interesting now because not only have they got second checkpoint, they've got second checkpoint and nearly touched the third. And with that fight in the corridor is often such a protracted one in this game. You really want something like 2 staggered ones. Blaeksprutter have to get on the tower, and they don't.
Yeah, very nice answer by King Bob, and it was Blaeksprutter really dominating that start of the game. Except they had double cooler, they lacked that pushing tower, and they didn't manage to really secure that second checkpoint because they didn't have the specials for it. They were relying a little bit too much on their main weapons, and sometimes that's not enough. There's too many good defensive positions on Manta Maria to not have an extra special, I feel like.
Nice. Well, it is 1-1, which makes it a little bit more interesting. No one really wants to commentate 3 group sets where there's just like 2-0, 2-0. You know, good stuff. Stutter once if I. Yes. Everyone, this is a trip to Basingstoke. Like, it's not the most exciting of places, but Basingstoke is charming. I think that's the word for it. Any English town is described by default as charming.
Okay, I've never been. Oh, wait.
My partner's laughing in the background. Basingstoke is old. It has a lot of old people in it. So we will by going to Basingstoke in November, you're actually doubling the young population of the town. So come to Basingstoke, guys.
Well, we'll see who will come, and on the way to Basingstoke is Umami Runes for Clan Blitz. That's going to be an interesting one, because that's pretty much the opposite of Manta Maria that we just see. Manta Maria, you fight in mid a lot. On this one, you just run straight to the basket, and it's going to be basket to basket.
Yeah, this is a fast map. I feel like the reworks have really kind of opened it up slightly, allows you to get in more easily. And this snowballs fast because the spawn camping is totally a real thing here. Pixel, we need to see gameplay.
Yeah, the gameplay would be nice to see, please. Thank you.
Fantastic, and no real changes from either side. Still double cooler.
Yeah, still double cooler. I feel like range is going to be pretty important. So, with the squeezer being down, Blaeksprutter has the opportunity to really take control of mid and prepare a push right there. They already have quite a bunch of the clans collected. King Bob needs to get a few splats, and that's exactly what they do. Johnny getting in there, already under. Ooh, very nice trade by Johnny. 3 down onto Blaeksprutter. Now the map is all blue.
Yeah, Johnny Jr. is no longer a thing, it's Johnny Zap now, guys. Johnny Jr. is Jason in +3. So that's changed. It's very interesting because I know that Johnny picked up Splattershot Senior for a bit, you know, the big one. And it's interesting to see how aggressive you can play with the Zap once you get the thing and get the drinks in and hold straight forward on your enemy. There is a wipeout on the side of Blaeksprutter, so they have responded very well. They're going to try to want to get the hold of the clam economy now, which is really good. That's just what you do. Paint up, make safe. This mode is a lot slower than the other 3 modes, just because they have to wait for the RNG on the clam spawn. And that's the first score.
First score, but not much of a score right now. And these jumps are gonna get punished by Johnny getting a. I mean, even the trade is good if you get 2 people.
It's so funny because for a moment I saw 2 two arrows next to each other and thought, I don't remember chumps. And I feel like Johnny sped past that and then remembered these are real people too.
Yeah.
So getting that double was really nice. Quick reflexes.
When you super jump so mindless, people think you're a chump.
It's true, it's too far in.
Yeah.
But here we go, a very, very considered slow build-up from the side of King Bob. We'll see if that works. No, they go 2 down, 3 down, and Johnny has to take the clam back to spawn. A really nice jump in from that. I think that was a really clever jump in from Johnny. And that is a sudden reversal of fortunes now.
Yeah, very nice moves right now. Both teams still fighting for mid. We're halfway through the game. I mean, there's a lead for Blaeksprutter, but one single push from King Bob would change it. The Kraken coming in from Blaeksprutter could create some opportunities, especially with the strikes, and 2 down onto King Bob.
They don't have clams.
Yeah,
Neither side has clams.
Why would you put a push? Why'd you prepare a push? They used both of their specials to not get in because they didn't have clams.
And it was really unfortunate. They originally had the setup for a much larger push, but then a well-placed bomb by Johnny actually took out Jin on the way in, so there was only 1 extra clamp. 77 is really nothing of a push. You know, you put down 1 power clamp and two small ones, and you get the lead. But neither team actually seems close to even coming towards the basket. There's no clams on the board. There's 1 power clamp finally from Halo, but they are getting pushed back. And again, we see the Blaeksprutter control of the mid. That's just the range from and how dominant that edit is. Sitting on top mid. It's up to King Bob to find ways to take down that backline. You know, functionally, it's a backline.
I mean, when everybody's a front line, anything can be a back line, I guess.
That is absolutely true. Yeah, Slosher still has very long range despite the nerf, everything like that. There's so much ink flying around. But most of it seems to be yellow ink actually. Look at that map, it looks like a turf war game.
Yeah, Blaeksprutter still controlling the game, staying underbound with a wipeout. They have the clams this time, they are ready this time, they're gonna score the good points.
That's a
Blaeksprutter. That's
a proper score now. And with less than a minute to go, and the push still going on. Yeah, still going on. Look at that. The push is still going on. That's gonna be that's a tragedy.
An extra
spiral out of control.
Ooh,
nice.
26, and it's just Johnny with the zap defending the basket, pushing people away. Thankfully, Blaeksprutter was not able to jump back in, but now King Bob. I mean, they need to go forward. They need to go forward, get all the clams, get under the basket.
They have to do, right? They have to go forward. Just like, there are no clams though. They have 1 power clam. Nothing seems to be spawning. They're still getting picked on.
That's a pity. They have to grab it. Okay, they're able to grab it.
Oh, they grab it. Okay. But Fisk is just here. Just the last one though. That's Halo. I'm sorry.
That's game. That is game.
Really nice. Some styling from Mr. Egg on the cam. And that is game 1 going to Blaeksprutter. Famous Div 5 pickup, guys.
I mean, King Bob, they were able to really break the dam and get their momentum on tower control. In the other 2 games, Blaeksprutter was in control. Blaeksprutter was controlling mid for the whole of the game, both for game 1 and game 3, and it really gave them the victory. We didn't see King Bob get near the basket except that one time. And they didn't have clams.
They didn't have clams, yeah. No, it was really, really unfortunate. Even their win on Manta Maria was basically a slip-up on Blaeksprutter's part. Like a slip-up in defense for 20 seconds. And I guess that's the kind of margins we work on when we play this game. You find the one moment to unlock the enemy's defense and do what you can. Yeah. And King Bob did that in that game, but it wasn't dominant by any means. It was just a single push that worked out for them. Blaeksprutter have proved very justifiably so to be the better team in this matchup.